lion's share of the possession, Warren, has gone to Real Madrid.
Yeah, Real Madrid have been more cautious with their possession, more sensible. I think when you look at Everton, what they've tried to do is go forward a little bit quicker, trying to use the flanks, trying to get against the Brazilian Marcelo.
Real Madrid in all white, attacking from left to right across your screen. The German international, Mesut Ozil, overruns that one. And Leighton Baines will knock it back for Timmy Howard. 90 caps for the U.S. men's national team. Without question, the true #1 for the red, white, and blue. Ramos, preparing for the tournament here, Warren, over the last couple of weeks. Saw a couple of pictures of Sergio Ramos, and those that follow Real Madrid probably know he was known for that long hair for so many years. I didn't recognize him with the bleach blonde top. Real Madrid bring it back in the other direction. Ozil just outside the center circle. Ronaldo trying to hold the offside line, and he does as he gets it in a wide position. Jagielka defending there for Everton.
That's good defending by Jagielka. He would know him as well in their times playing in the EPL. Ronaldo with Manchester United. Stayed on his feet. Let the offensive players do the skills, do the drills, but good defending there.
It was Seamus Coleman coming back to help Everton defend there that eventually picked up the loose ball and took it back in the other direction for the Toffees. As you can see, a gorgeous afternoon here in Southern California. A little bit of heat, but nothing too bad really for this time of year. In fact, the exact temperature, 75 degrees with a bit of humidity. A slight breeze blowing in from right behind Tim Howard and the Everton goal.
That weather could be any time of the year here, couldn't it? You could do it in October, it'd be the same. That's the job you want, weather forecast. Hot, sunny, warm.
Maybe you have a future, a third career. Pepe under some pressure. Baines in the corner. And Pepe able to knock it off of Leighton Baines and out for a throw for Real Madrid.
Yeah, I'm just looking at Pepe there, just looking at the ground because it was bouncing. The ball from Modric was a bit too heavy for him.
As you can see from the pictures, a little bit lighter shade of green on the grass that was put in earlier this week to cover the infield here at Dodger Stadium.
And I think that's quite noticeable because it's in where Real Madrid's midfield area is, and they haven't really got hold of the ball. Modric, Ozil, Khedira. They haven't been able to get hold of the ball and start passing it around. He'd be delighted. He's come against Juve, done very well, the way they maintained the ball, Everton. And they look comfortable here, apart from that beautiful run from Ronaldo. Sylvain Distin just got caught out. They've looked quite comfortable, and I think with his philosophy, with his ideas, coming from Wigan, they won the FA Cup.
Ozil, Modric, back for Mesut Ozil. What a run. Spins the ball in, and the flag comes up against Cristiano Ronaldo and Real Madrid. Let's go downstairs and check in with the third man on our crew, Keith Costigan. How are you, Keith?
I'm good, thanks, Mark. Guys, Warren mentioned earlier Johnny Heiting is sitting in front of the back four, and when defending, Roberto Martinez is telling both of his wide defenders to tuck in and almost create a 4-1-4-1 system. But when they get the ball, he's encouraging both Baines and Coleman to get forward and join in the attack. And last week when we spoke to Martinez, he said his side would be very flexible, and maybe we're seeing glimpses of that already tonight, guys.
That's an excellent point, Warren. So how does Real Madrid counter that?
Well, from that point of view, where Roberto Martinez, and if I'm playing, I would push my wide players, Ronaldo, and if you like, Ozil, as far up as I can against Leighton Baines. And that stops Coleman and Leighton Baines pushing on, because you're playing against Real Madrid.
Flag goes up against Karim Benzema this time.
So you have to give them the utmost respect. It's fine having the mentality, and it is pre-season. You are trying to get your fitness and your shape, and Heitin's is trying to do that job just in front with Modric. And you have got that job to try and get forward. But you know as a defender, if I'm going forward, I'm leaving Ronaldo. Really? Am I going to do that?
That's playing with fire, I think.
So that's sometimes as a coach, yes, you want your players to push forward. You want them to be energetic, but...
Ronaldo asking for it in the space there, and he'll get to it first. Jagielka tracking back. Seamus Coleman also there to help out. And apparently the ball went out for a goal kick for Tim Howard and Everton.
He knows he should have hit it. He had the chance. Great possession again by Benzema, one of the best hold-up players in the world. And he's there. There's that gap between Jagielka and Coleman pushing on. He should hit it earlier. As soon as he changed direction, gives the chance for the bodies to get round and the ball drifts away. He's got good enough technique.
A little bit of a heavy touch let him down at the very end. That happens to even the best of them. Here's Ronaldo again. Ozil. Modric.
Now they're starting to click.
They swing one in. Benzema and Cristiano Ronaldo hanging inside the area. Fellaini just enough of a touch with his head to push it out for Naismith. And back for Steven Naismith. Kone drops it off. Osman. Everton take their foot off the gas pedal for a moment as they get some more numbers forward into the attack. Looking for Leon Osman. Into the space for Ronaldo. Howard comes early. Ronaldo tries to go around him. 1-0 Real Madrid. He couldn't find the catcher's mitt a couple days ago, but he can find the back of the net.
Beautiful play. So much composure. No wonder they adore him. He times his run to perfection. Delightful ball. He's not going to miss again. This touch here just takes it wide enough, and he's clinical. Just underneath Tim Howard. Gets caught in no man's land. But I'm saying to Evan, if you're playing that high up, you've got to be prepared to drop off or get Tim a little bit higher up the field. A little look across, composure. He doesn't look again. He doesn't have to look where the goal is, because that ain't going to move.
He delivered the first assist of the game to Angel Di Maria the other night against LA out in the Arizona desert, and tonight it's his touch that opens the scoring to give Real Madrid a 1-0 advantage.
But you can't give him a foot race. You can't make it a race as a defender. You've got to give yourself a chance and give Tim a chance, Tim Howard. Because if you are going to play high up the field like Everton are trying to do with his four at the back, then he's got to be on the edge of his box. But the way to pass is so clever, the movement's so good, and if you give him a second chance, he will punish you. I mean, that's where you're looking at the Champions League, the best of the best.
You know that Tim Howard knows about the speed and technique of Cristiano Ronaldo. They used to wear the same shirt several years ago for the Red Devils.
But when he's coming that quick as a goalkeeper, as soon as you put the brakes on, he's only got to touch it either side. And you know, you've been in goal, it's not got to be the best touch. You're away, because you're in no man's land then. You're isolated.
That was one of those split-second decisions there for Tim Howard, in a sense that he probably could have hung back a little bit and maybe see how it played out in terms of a defender catching up to Cristiano Ronaldo. Or as what happened a couple of minutes ago, a first touch that let down the Portuguese international.
But you notice, when Everton have the ball and they're going forward.
Baines looking for someone inside the area, trying to find the window past Arbeloa.
So when they're doing that, Everton are going forward. Straight away, you've got Ronaldo peeling out wide. Benzema in a minute and Ozil. So when your fullbacks, Leighton Baines, are going on, what Ronaldo and Real Madrid are saying, you have it, but as soon as you've got it, you know where I am. And that's what they do as good as anybody.
See how the Toffees respond. Fellaini. Little touch here for Kone. Does well to hold on to it. And slipping the ball out wide. 3, now 4 runners inside the 18 for Everton. And Fellaini will hold it about 30 yards out from the Madrid goal. Naismith coming over to join in the party. Loose ball, top of the 18. Leon Osman with the shot, but didn't really get the contact he was looking for on the left foot.
But also they're looking for some movement. They're looking at Kone, number 9 for Everton, the striker, trying to make an impression from someone like Osman. So, but Kone as a striker has got to start moving. It's not at Wigan now where you can stand still and just run when you want. We're clever players. So you've got to give Sergio Ramos a problem, because if you just stand there, him and Pepe, it's not they're even going to go out of a sweat. You've got to give defenders problem. Kone's got a nature at the moment with the big money move. I don't want to make a mistake. You've got to run. Even if it's not for you, it might be for someone else.
Really playing, the Ivory Coast international, Kone really playing as a lone striker, it seems like at times so far here early in the game, now almost 20 minutes in.
But have you seen him make one run in behind? And that's what you've got to do.
Excellent turn from Naismith. Fellaini with the overlapping run. And the ball dumped off here for Heitinga. The Dutch international sending it out wide. Jagielka now will find it near the center stripe. Here's Kone making the run, trying to get in behind. Ramos stepping up to defend. Final touch, put it out there. Ramos was able to knock it away. And now here comes Real Madrid. Pepe stepping forward from his center back spot. Mesut Ozil. Benzema. Ozil continued his run. Great idea for the heel pass, looking for Cristiano Ronaldo.
They make some great runs.
Great runs and great passes. It's magic.
When I say a great run is running with explosive pace and with a diagonal run. People say about this great run. Well, what is it? It's a diagonal run. It's a run off the shoulder for someone. Players just don't run up and down. They've got to run into certain areas. You've got to see if your opponent has got his head down, can you then look forward?
Well, you can see the anticipation when said player makes that run, because it could be 2 or 3 passes away from getting to him in that spot, but he knows it is going to get to him.
And you know your players that can get it to you. These know that they're making a run. And Ozil or Ronaldo or Modric will get you the ball.
Ronaldo will find a way to get you the ball, no question. Pepe knocks it here for Modric. Former Spurs man, now in his 2nd year with Los Merengues. Wide for Marcelo. Real Madrid trying to use a little bit of width. Tough ball to handle. Heitinga steps to it. Looking for the quick outlet here for Morales. Can he get away from the challenge from Sergio Ramos? Initially he does, gets away with it. Naismith asking for it on the back post, just inside the edge of the area. And there's going to be a whistle from Baldomero Toledo, but he points just at the edge of the 18. It'll be worth a look.
Well, we had a decision for Chelsea and Inter Milan where the decision was given outside. I mean, he does tremendous here. He's attacking him, and that is just on the line.
This will give you the best look right there.
There's the contact just outside. Yes, the body falls in. There, his foot's out there. Khedira's foot. His right foot is outside. But Leighton Baines will be looking to just whip this towards the far post and give Iker Casillas a problem. Fellaini and Kone. Joy, just on that right-hand side.
Fellaini and Kone, probably your biggest 2 targets right now.
Again, if I'm Fellaini and Kone, get across the sight of Iker Casillas.
Here is Baines looking for the near post. It was actually Naismith.
Sergio Ramos, they're both blonde. He might be natural, that one.
Stephen Naismith, the 26-year-old Scotsman, in his 2nd year with the club. So Everton will line up the corner. This one closer to the penalty spot. Osman heads it right back in. And another corner upcoming for the Toffees.
He had a very difficult season mentally, Iker Casillas, with Mourinho leaving him out, and he's such a big hit. I mean, the Spanish captain and winning World Cups and Euros. You're going to come across someone like Leighton Baines with his delivery.
2nd corner of the afternoon for Everton. Baines lofting it for Fellaini, gets ahead to it, off of the post, and cleared away by Real Madrid, who quickly start the counter through Karim Benzema. Ronaldo busting it on the overlapping run. Has some space, plays it into the space, looking for Ozil.
Great defending by Osman. So athletic to get back. You watch it here, they break away. No one on the post. He does well, Fellaini. That's his strength, attacking the ball on set pieces.
Actually really surprised when you see that replay, Warren, not to see Iker Casillas lay out for that. I mean, his feet were stuck in stone. 25th minute of play.
That's Iker Casillas. I mean, you know, it's a delightful ball played in. Even the best get caught out sometimes. Fellaini, big part of him. Talking about him maybe going to Manchester United following his old manager, David Moyes. It's imperative for Everton to keep him.
I believe Arsenal was also in the rumour mill talking about Fellaini as well. Arsenal
in the rumour mill for everyone, but they don't spend any money. They just keep saying we're going to buy someone, and they never do. It's like you. You always said you're going to buy something, you never do.
You should have been there the other day in Phoenix.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Sorry, I missed that one as well.
Just past the midway point of the opening half of play here in the first of two matches heading into the Southern California evening here at Dodger Stadium. Cristiano Ronaldo opening the scoring in the 17th minute of play to give Real Madrid a 1-0 lead. Baines, under some pressure, knocks it back for Tim Howard. And now Distin.
And they've just changed it slightly as well. They've just brought Isco into the middle, and Ozil's gone a little bit closer to number 9, French international Benzema. And that's what players do. Ancelotti knows with world-class players, they give you a problem. Don't just stay in one position.
Distin, a little dangerous there, trying to cut away from pressure. Got away with it, though. Naismith asking for it back here from Leighton Baines, and he'll get it. Osman. Real Madrid drop all numbers back into their own half. Baines has found some freedom here on the left side. Can he get to this one on the return pass? He does. And it's taken away by Pepe.
I think for Everton, both fullbacks have got a hard job because, as Keith rightly said, Naismith and Morales are asking to tuck in when they don't have it. So when they do get the ball, Leighton Baines and Seamus Coleman have probably got 50 yards where they've got to try and play into. That's pre-season, the work rate commitment. Later on in the half, you may look for a bit of fatigue there because it's a lot of endurance, a lot of running.
Marcelo will leave it there for the goal scorer, Ronaldo. Challenge comes in the midfield, no whistle. Fellaini will come away with it. Naismith making the run right through the heart of the field. But the service never got there from Kone.
You've got to take him on. Kone gets the ball one-on-one against Sergio Ramos because that is a nothing ball. You're just giving it away. You give it to these, you're not going to get it back for 5 minutes.
Modric. Ozil. Trying to bend one in, doesn't get all the way through. The tackle from Jagielka, able to send it away. Quite a size difference there between Fellaini and Modric, but the Croatian international able to win it for Real Madrid. Khedira.
Mark, it's just relentless now. Khedira just picking his passes, they're looking to maintain the ball, and believe me, it's a lot harder when you haven't got the ball to keep chasing, pre-season or not.
Barnett finds the ball, but not much help around him. Still waiting as Naismith makes the run. We'll have to wait for some support. It comes in the form of Leighton Baines. Baines bending it towards Fellaini, who was on the back post. Sergio Ramos with the clearance.
He's as good as anybody in the world, Leighton Baines. First time delivery. Sergio Ramos is the same. Now, when you've got him here, take him on. Because it's an easy option. It's a giveaway. No real conviction. Fellaini would be disappointed he didn't get the ball. He's had his attempt from a set piece somewhere. Again, no one on the post. You know, we talk about zonal marking, people on the post. That's something maybe Khedira has got to be aware of. The strength that they have, and Iker Casillas is, as a goalkeeper, do you maintain that, or is it coming from Ancelotti?
And instead of the left foot of Baines, this time it's going to be Leon Osman, the 32-year-old, to strike the third corner of the afternoon, and it's 1-1!
Well done, Sylvain Distin. He'll be delighted because that's something that you work on. When you've got someone... Oh, wow.
Well, we weren't the only ones that thought it was a goal for Everton to make it 1-1. But Baldomero Toledo immediately put the hand up in motion. I think it was one of the Everton players trying to clear space inside the area. Not sure if it was Distin. Let's take a look.
I mean, that's a tough call to say there. Khedira's put his arm up, yes, saying that maybe his hand, Sylvain Distin, was on his shoulders, but I think you tell by body language as players. And the white shirt started walking towards the halfway line.
Well, even on the replay, it just looks like a well-won ball. And now Cristiano Ronaldo with a chance to double the lead. Square ball for Ozil! Nothing Timmy Howard can do. What a change of fortunes. From 1-1, no goals, now 2-0, Real Madrid.
Well, again, that high line. And when you've got someone like Modric in the team with the speed of Ronaldo, it's got delightful play, clinical, and then you've got people anticipating. It's an easy tap-in for the German international, Ozil. Again, unselfish, great composure, good team play.
I mean, within seconds, really, from calling back Sylvain Distin's equalizer, Real Madrid go back at the other end, and clearly Tim Howard frustrated, and for good reason.
But what he did very well, Ozil, he didn't just expect Ronaldo to score and tuck it. He kept going with the play. Could have been quite easy for him just to switch off and say, go on, Ronaldo, you put it away. But no, he followed up.
Ozil, who was a second-half substitute for about the final 10 minutes the other night at the University of Phoenix Stadium.
Just wonder if the Everton players hadn't cleared their head after we got an equaliser. Then seconds later, they wasn't really in their position, wasn't really focused in midfield. Modric had a lot of time and a lot of space to play that ball in.
Morales and the big diagonal ball from Jagielka. The Belgium international lays it back here for Leighton Baines. Little 2-on-2 game in this near side corner. Overcooked and out for a goal kick for Casillas and Real Madrid. And 33rd minute of play. Carlo Ancelotti has to be pleased with how things have unfolded so far here in the first half. Looks like Morales and Naismith have switched sides as those outside attacking midfielders.
Look who's back defending. That's why he's one of the best. Seamus Coleman is pushing on, and there's Ronaldo tracking back.
Coaches love that.
It's not a coincidence why they're the best in the world, is it? And they work and train. I was speaking to people about him and Mourinho saying that he's one of the first that gets in, one of the last to leave. With all his other commitments, the main focus, the main love is football and soccer.
And clearly it shows.
Just having a look here, and I think they're saying about the arm in Khedira, maybe that's not allowing him to elevate himself up, but as a player jumping, you must put your arms, you must elevate yourself. So you are going to put your arms on the shoulder or body, and does that do enough to stop Khedira getting the ball?
We've seen a couple of replays though now, Warren. Do you agree with the call? Because
no,
when you're inside the area,
I didn't answer your question. No, I don't agree with it. I think as a player you have to elevate yourself, you have to jump towards someone, and that arm is just a minimum touch.
Morales had the goal in the 1-1 draw the other night against Juventus. And as Real Madrid look for another counter-attacking chance, Seamus Coleman nods it back for Timmy Howard.
He's angry again, Ronaldo, because he makes that run in between Jagielka and Seamus. He's letting Seamus Coleman push on. So go on then, you do what the coach is telling you. I'm just going to wait in and around here.
A little more than 10 minutes left in the first half here at Dodger Stadium. Everton now trail 2-0.
I'm just looking as well with this new style that Everton are trying to pass in is Fellaini. He's not that type of player. He's playing centre midfield, and he's such a big part of how they played under David Moyes. He doesn't really get on the ball enough. He's not going to pass the ball, Fellaini, just running around working hard, number 25, but they're not playing to his strengths, which is get the ball forward, second balls. They're trying to pass the one. It's not his game. Ronaldo
makes the darting run in behind. Ball checked up a bit. Everton able to get some numbers back. Coleman back for Howard, who has to clear it out towards midfield. Kone battling against two defenders, and that's going to be frustration for the Everton striker. Osman swings it wide now for Baines. You can see as a team collectively, Warren, how Real Madrid defensively pick their moments when they pressure, and they pressure all together when they pick those moments.
They're playing low pressure at the moment. They're saying to Everton, you can have it, because you're not going anywhere. Let Fellaini have it. He's not going to do a raking pass. Osman hasn't been on the ball. Kone's not going to run in behind. They're saying, have the ball, fine. They're going to have that nice curve in midfield, but when we get it, we're going to go forward with pace. Particularly when you're going to leave the two centre-halves isolated, because we have got pace in abundance.
Timing not on there between Leighton Baines and Morales. Fans still filing their way here into Dodger Stadium. As this is the first of the two matches here in Southern California tonight. Later on, over on Fox Soccer, it'll be the Galaxy and Juventus. Baines, as Everton take their time to bring it forward. Check downstairs with Keith Costigan.
Thanks, guys. Well, Carlo Ancelotti was very relaxed to start the game, but has been up off his bench for the past 10 minutes, talking in particular with Sami Khedira and Isco. He doesn't seem happy with the shape in the middle of that Madrid midfield. His side maybe 2-0 up, but the veteran coach expecting more from Madrid tonight. Guys?
So far, so good from Real Madrid as the ball actually went out on the pass out to the near sideline.
I think what he's saying, he wants Khedira a little bit closer. He doesn't want him to keep dropping off. He's never had a hold of midfield player. He's never really banked on two defensive midfield players. He wants players to be elaborate in their play. He wants them to go forward. As you go forward with that. And I think Khedira sometimes got the tendency just to be a holding midfield player. There's more to his game, the German international.
Isco trying to thread one in between a couple of Everton players as Arbeloa is making the run. Both coaches actually made it pretty clear to the media coming here that they were looking for their team to be in good form, not necessarily results-based. But as you heard Rob Stone and Eric Ronaldo talk about to open up the show, anytime there's a trophy at stake, yes, I know you're looking for good form, Warren, but results have to mean pretty much heavy importance here.
I think, Mark, that's why there's been a little bit of spice about the game. There's been some importance about the game. And that's great for the viewers, it's great for the audience, it's great for coaches.
Flag stays down here for Morales. Back out top looking for Fellaini. Had a bit of space. Everton quick to win it right back. Naismith. Osman. Isco comes in to pick the pocket of Coleman. Into the space, Mesut Ozil already has a goal here. The second of the two Real Madrid goals. Modric.
Isco, one of them players, is just graceful with the passing. Just outside of the right foot. Best player I've ever seen like that was Zidane. Played for Real Madrid. What a legend he was.
And he happens to be sitting over on the Real Madrid bench. As
no back lift, just outside of the right foot, left foot, doesn't matter.
One of the two assistants for Carlo Ancelotti.
There's another one come back in. Mourinho pushed him away a little bit.
Osman heads it away. Marcelo pushing forward. And he'll win the throw. Quickly in for Karim Benzema. Ball quickly moving from the far side of the field over here to the near side. Touched away from Ozil. And maybe a chance now to counter for Everton. Haven't seen too many of these sequences here in the first half. Ball switched all the way out and too far out of the reach for Naismith.
I think that's the difference, isn't it? When you talk about a Luka Modric, he can hit him the ball, and them two. I know she's not happy, but I think Roberto Martinez tried this back four, and they've got caught out too many times. The offensive players haven't been able to get the ball. I know it's about being flexible, but also you've got to be flexible about who you're playing against. It's all right when you've got the ball, but you've got to understand you're playing against quick players, so you can't play a flat back four. I know it's pre-season, but also you've got to be cute enough in a pre-season game to stop giving goals away. So the last thing you want to do is end up losing 4-0, 5-0 in a pre-season game. So he might have a little bit of adjustment to do at half-time.
Well, you mentioned fitness earlier here in the first half. Your time in top-flight soccer in England, where were you 2 weeks out from opening your campaign as far as fitness?
I think, personally, or you're talking about, I think you're talking about 60%. 60%. You've done the 10 days, and any professional athlete will tell you the first 10 days are the worst because all you're doing is running and working, going to the gym. It's when the ball comes out, when you start playing games at that level. So you're talking about now being maybe 75%.
Also, first time on the ball all the way across, looking for Isco, the young Spaniard, controlling it, and then knocked out for Real Madrid's first corner of the afternoon.
What these games bring to you is your touch and your sharpness. The running, the endurance, you know you can go 90 minutes, you know you can work, but it's that sharpness and it's that touch. And that's where Real Madrid have been so dominant in the first 42 minutes.
Isco, the 21-year-old, to deliver it. Distant, who had one called back at the other end that appeared to give Everton a 1-1 result at the time, and quickly back the other way came Real Madrid to double their lead. Just under 3 minutes left in regulation here in the first half. Naismith. Jagielka. Everton can get the ball to this point, Warren, but what do they need?
They need runners in behind.
Penetrate.
I'm looking here. I'm not seeing Kone make one run in behind. Because even if he makes an unselfish run, he's given some space for Naismith or Osman. He's just standing next to Sergio Ramos. He can get his shirt at half-time if that's what he's worried about. He's got to move around.
Here is Kone picking up the loose ball, knocks it back for Leighton Baines.
Now he's in. Better ball.
Made the run, but Arbeloa is there to pick it up for Real Madrid. Khedira with the opening ball. Isco now all the way out wide for Cristiano Ronaldo. 2 against 3 in the immediate attacking chance for Real Madrid. Coleman slows up the Portuguese international. Marcelo. Fellaini there to slow him down. It'll come loose for Cristiano Ronaldo one more time, looking to turn the corner, and he plays it across into the gloves of Tim Howard.
He's a little bit tired, isn't he?
Pre-season.
He must be enjoying LA, that's what it is. He loves it here. They love it.
Immediately after the 3-1 win in the Arizona desert a couple of nights ago, Real Madrid and the Galaxy both boarded planes and came back after the game.
See, that's better by Kone. At least he's putting pressure on Pepe, and then you end up maybe retaining the ball a little better, or you get a throw in further up the field. You can squeeze up as a unit, get organised in midfield.
Being told 1 minute minimum of added time to close out this first half. We're in the final minute of regulation. Ramos. Fellaini will challenge, and he's whistled for the challenge. And that, to me, shows a frustration there for not just Fellaini, but for Everton.
There's a new hairstyle. He's a good-looking fellow. He can have what he likes. Like yourself, Mark.
Warren Barton, Mark Rogandino, and Keith Costigan here on the game call. We'll send you off to the Guinness Black Lager halftime show with Rob Stone and Eric Ronaldo in just a couple of moments. Or maybe a chance for Ronaldo to get his second of the afternoon. 3 separate Everton players chasing, and it's knocked out for a corner for Real Madrid.
They're so desperate at the back. Look at the line. I mean, there's so much space to be played into. It's well done by the defenders, Coleman getting back on another level. Surely as a player you adjust as well, you know, you'll be able to open your body up, know where he is. He's done it 5 or 6 times now. Not rocket science, is it?
34 goals and 34 La Liga appearances last season, and he actually also led the Champions League in scoring with 12 last year. So one final chance for Everton.
Has he got something like 201 goals and 199 appearances?
Yes.
And that's phenomenal. They might be the favourites to win the Champions League. I know we're talking about Barcelona, maybe looking forward with the Champions League, but from what I see so far and what we've seen with Barcelona, they would be up there with Bayern Munich.
That's the whistle to bring the opening 45 minutes of play here at Dodger Stadium to a close in the Guinness International Champions Cup semi-final. And Warren, Real Madrid will take a 2-0 lead into the break. Compliments of Cristiano Ronaldo on the first, Mesut Ozil on an assist from Ronaldo on the second. A lot of work for Everton to do. Stick around. Halftime show presented by Guinness Black Lager coming up on the other side.
The Guinness International Champions Cup is brought to you by Guinness Black Lager. More than a game, more than a beer. Please enjoy responsibly.
How can Guinness Black Lager be black and taste refreshing? Think about it. Iced coffee is black and has a delicious roasted flavor and refreshing taste. Iced Coca-Cola is black, also delicious and refreshing. So, why not beer? Choose Guinness Black Lager, carefully crafted with roasted dark barley. It's easy to drink and full of flavor. I think you'll agree. There's just something about black. Guinness Black Lager.
The critics agree. Build Your Own Pancakes Part 2 is a hit. I put caramel and bacon, says Bobby. I like it when syrup goes down the side, says Jenna. And Michael was left speechless. Build Your Own Pancakes are back for a limited run, only at Denny's.
Earth as we know it has been destroyed. Nothing human remains.
The people you work for lied to you. It's time you know the truth. Own Oblivion on digital today and on Blu-ray Tuesday.
How can Guinness Black Lager be black and taste refreshing? Think about it. Iced coffee is black and has a delicious roasted flavor and refreshing taste. Iced Coca-Cola is black, also delicious and refreshing. So, why not beer? Choose Guinness Black Lager, carefully crafted with roasted dark barley. It's easy to drink and full of flavor. I think you'll agree. There's just something about black. Guinness Black Lager.
On the next Big Bang Theory.